Right, good morning everybody. Hope we are all doing amazingly well. We're back with another video today, and this time I want to talk to you about some of the biggest mistakes that I've made when it comes to trying to sell on social media. It's a question that I got asked on a podcast last week, and I don't think I answered it very well. So I wanted to take some time this morning to just go through, I guess, the three biggest ones, which I wish everybody else would hear to then not have to make themselves move forward, because actually they're huge in the grand scheme of things, and why I see when I'm evaluating other people's social media strategies, when I'm working on their brand building plans, is why so many people struggle. So the first big mistake that I'm going to take you through and kind of give you some context around is relying on content creation for lead generation. Now, there'll be loads of you watching this, or 5 of you watching this. I have no idea, but there'll be whoever is watching this. Content will play a part, I imagine, in your social media strategy. It does for lots of people. There's nothing wrong with it. It's something that's important. I definitely create. I love creating, as you can tell from this YouTube channel and everywhere else that you may follow me. But the problem is that content takes time, and the more that you want leads from it, the more desperate you become, typically. Now, this isn't everyone, but the majority of people that I see when it comes to content creation, and they've got leads at the forefront of their mind, is that they will have forced call to actions in them, like comment below this if you want this, or if you're interested, just DM me. And it's like, nobody's interested, right? And you got to think about the platforms here. Most people, if you're watching this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, are on the platforms because we're bored. Normally, that's why we're on it, and distracted, and therefore we're not interested in buying anything. 9 times out of 10, apart from YouTube, really, we're not on here to learn anything. We're on here because we're wanting to take our attention and put it to somewhere which is going to entertain us, inspire us, or on the odd occasion on YouTube educate us, right? And so when it comes to content creation, if you look at any great brand builder out there, all they do is give. And you know, there's some people that are like, oh, am I going to give away too much? Content creation is not for you if that is your mindset, right? Content is about giving. Content is about sharing what you believe, sharing about what you think, getting out there and trying to help as many people, inspire as many people, entertain as many people as you possibly can. And you can never give too much of it, right? So for me, your lead generation, therefore, has to come from somewhere else, because content, being top of mind, being remembered, being somebody that's known for something and seen every day or every other day, that will give you opportunity, right? It won't give you the volume that you want unless you have a little bit of luck, which if you're creating at volume with consistency, then you will get. But so many small businesses are struggling because their expectations are that because they've done a few posts, that they should be generating business. That was the number one mistake that I made. I did it for a couple of years, and it was actually a period where I had my property business and I was just sharing my journey online, giving. My following blew up, right? I didn't really understand what I was doing at the time, but really, when I did evaluate it, I was giving. But the moment I turned into, oh, I need to generate leads, I need to generate investors, I need to do this, suddenly the leads dried up. Why? Because the way that I create content changed, because my expectation of content changed. Really important, that. Really important to know. And so what we need to make sure that we do is we have a balanced social media strategy, which I don't mean to be overwhelming in how I explain this, but your content is something that you create to give. Your lead generation is where you promote, and there's no difference apart from you're promoting more value. You're giving away more in exchange for contact details. Now, that's the way that you move from social media. Unless you've got a shop and you're selling product, it's very difficult to shift your services on a social media platform. You need to move them away. Which takes me on to mistake number 2. And no matter who I speak to, no matter what business it is, from a complete day one startup to a company like Lloyds Bank or MasterCard that we've done work with, right? The biggest mistake that so many people make is trying to sell directly on the platform, and instead what we need to be doing is building up a database of contact details. So my biggest mistake was not building an email list or a phone number text message list, a marketing list earlier. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but literally the bigger my contact database has got, the bigger my business has got. that's it, right? So one of the biggest metrics in our whole company is how many people are on our email list and how many people are on our WhatsApp messaging list in our little group that we've got, because they are direct communication channels which allow us to it's a perception that we have earned the right to be able to promote because people have given us their details. And so whatever platform you use, Scylla is a platform that provides email marketing services. We're just about to launch the version of it to our 370-ish members that we've got. And sorry, not 370, 270 members that we've got. And so that'll be something which we're going to be encouraging even more than we do. Currently we recommend other platforms like Kit or MailChimp or ones like that. There's loads out there, but what we're trying to do is build a platform that gives everything for 50 quid. That was our whole dream, and it's what we're still going to do. So yeah, the email marketing will be included in Scylla for 50 quid, but you've got to build an email list. That's my biggest mistake, was that it took me a couple of years to build one, and when my audience was at its most engaged, I actually wasn't collecting data and I wasn't building it. And so yeah, for me, the earlier that you can get out there and start collecting emails, having a landing page, giving away, we call them mindset shifting assets, but giving away lead magnets in the generic marketing term. So giving away something for free in exchange for an email address or a phone number. The free thing though, it needs to be that good that you could put a price tag on it and people would pay you for it. That's the biggest thing, because so many people are creating PDFs on ChatGPT or Claude now and expecting people to download them, and the reality is they're just not good enough. They're not worth the email address. Like for me, the stuff that I've created, I could sell if I wanted to. Like it's that in depth, it's that good, and I genuinely, I know it is because I've been told it. But when we give it away for free, people are like, yes, I want it, like I really want it, and therefore it starts to grow. So building up that email list, whether you're doing that through direct messaging, whether you're doing that through your content when you're promoting the lead magnets, whether you're doing that through paid advertising, you've got to do it, and you've got to do it every day. Every single day, 500 messages-ish go out on my LinkedIn and my Instagram accounts, like spread across, introducing who we are if it's a new follower, and then gifting the free thing. I also go back and I engage all of my existing connections. So on LinkedIn, I started off with 1,000 connections. I've now got 29,000 followers across the platform. So again, all of those people have received a message from me. They've got the information from me. And so yeah, it's something to really consider, and something that for me is the biggest mistake I made not starting it earlier, and the one that I'm seeing most people do at the moment, and are missing out on a huge amount of opportunity as a result of it. So yeah, email list, that's the biggest mistake, not building it earlier. And then number 3 is not having something that converts business in my diary every week, which, bear with me here because I need to add some context to it. So most people, when they're trying to generate business online, it's a do is in the work, and then where's the business? Where is it? And that's the mindset. They're waiting for it to come to them. And so for me, when it came to building an online business, like generating sales online, it was, look, let's not try and do it the way that everyone else is doing it. Let's look at how I do it offline currently, and let's apply that online. So when it came to my offline sales, what were the things that I did? Well, I would go to a networking event, I would have a normal conversation, I would be interested in the other person, and I would then explain what it is that I do, and ask them questions about areas of the things that I do and whether they do it or not. So do they send direct messages? Do they run workshops? Do they post content? And I'd be finding gaps in those conversations, and then when I talk about those things, they would then ask me questions, and work would then come off the back of it. So it'd be a proper conversation that led to work. That'd be number 1. Another way that I would do it, I would talk in front of rooms. So I would go and present my presentation, my pitch deck, my keynote. I do that to one-to-one. I would do that one-to-many inside of networking rooms and membership organizations. I would go and talk and give value, and as a result of giving value, I would then get business from it. People would then book in calls with me and do those sorts of things. And like, if we just take those 2 examples, my mindset on social media therefore was, well, if it works offline, it'll work online, but probably just needs a little bit more effort. So here's what I did. When it came to the talking one-to-one, rather than just going out there and trying to go, these are the pains that I help people solve, would you like a call, which are the messages that I get all the time. It genuinely was, I find it weird that people don't talk on here. This is just me saying hello, just like I would at a networking event. Would love to find out a little bit more about what you do, and go send that to 100 people. Yes, you would have to take the time to respond, but you'd have to take the time to respond if you were in person anyway. But the problem is, when people are online, they think that they can shortcut it. Unfortunately, you can't shortcut it. It's not possible. People are not stupid. People see through all of this stuff all of the time. And so, don't try and shortcut it. Just be a human on the platform and get it done. So that's a big thing. That was the one thing we did offline, like have the conversations online in the same way that you would offline, but you do it at volume. And the thing is, if you take like your networking, you go drive there, you drive an hour there, you spend 2 hours there, you drive an hour back, that's 4 hours work. I could spend 4 hours just direct messaging and having conversations with people. The results were 10, 15 times better. And people just need to learn how to have those conversations, really. Then we have the workshops. So what else did I say that I did? I said I went out there and I presented in front of rooms. Now, I could go and present in a room where there's 10 people. I actually realised that I could go and get a Zoom membership and invite people to come to a workshop that I run. And I would deliver it online. So I'd use my LinkedIn, I'd use my Instagram to invite people every single week. I normally run them on a Thursday. This week I'm running one on Friday at 1 PM. So if you're watching this today is Monday the 22nd of June. If you are watching this today, I am running a workshop on the 26th of June at 1 PM. So Friday the 26th of June at 1 PM, I'm providing a LinkedIn algorithm update. So if you want to come to the algorithm update, we've got like 300 people registered for it already, I think. I'll pop the link in the description of this video so you can register. But things like that, I run them every week. So every Thursday, like they change depending on what topic I want to talk about. But if it's a Thursday at 11 PM or 11 AM or 12 PM, or if it's a Friday at 1 PM, on this occasion, I'm running a workshop of which I'm inviting people to come and listen to me speak about my topic, of which there will be a number of people that then want to book a call or want to speak with me or want to work with me. At the end of that workshop, I give people the chance to join Scylla, our £50 a month membership, as an example. And we normally open up 20 spots, and all of those 20 spots will go on that workshop. That's how it works. But we're using social media to bring people to it. Our content, therefore, anything that we're posting online, is about supporting that activity. It's not about giving all of the leads for that activity. It's about supporting our overall message, getting it out there. And so my biggest mistake, or top three, my number 3 mistake, was that I didn't have those conversion approaches online early enough. And so I wasted lots of time. But the moment I got those into play, they, for me, gave me then direction, especially if you're in a service-based business, gave me the direction to go, right, this is the purpose of my content. The content is to build my email list, and my email list, therefore, is to then fill one-to-one call bookings, or to fill my workshops and online presentations in the same way that I was previously delivering them offline, but I'm now doing it online. Like that, for me, if you can stop doing those 3 things, if you are doing them, you will set yourself up for huge success online right now. And I still, to this day, think about those 3 things as the core about everything that we do, which I know sounds really, really simple, and people want complicated, but it doesn't need to be complicated, social media. People love to complicate it so they can charge you huge amounts of money to teach you it. It's not that hard. It's just about doing the simple things really well and working out with what it is that you do, what it is that people want. That's probably, I think, the hardest challenge for loads of people. People know that they're good at what they do, but they have no idea how to package it up to get people to actually want it. And it's all right watching all of these like channels that teach you irresistible offers, but the problem is, if you can't interpret that for yourself, you get a little bit stuck. And yeah, so now I'm waffling. But yeah, please, if you're still watching this 14 minutes in, could you please hit the like button for me? Let me know that you're still here. Every like makes these videos do better, and I love it, the fact that you're enjoying them. And if you're not subscribed already, could you hit the subscribe button for me? Just because I want to hit 2,000 by the time I get back from my holiday, which is a big ask because it's only like, what, 4 weeks away. But I will still be creating every other day or every day, depending on how I'm feeling. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions at all, or if you want me to cover anything in a bit more detail, just let me know. I'm about to go to the gym and get my session done. Have a great day, evening, whenever you're watching this. See you soon. Bye.